Welcome to the part 8 of Villain, the School Beauty's plot. This is chapter 176. If you encounter any issues or have feedback, please let me know in the comments rather than just disliking the video. Your input helps me improve, and I'm here to make sure you have the best experience possible. Enjoy the content.
Chapter 178, Part 1. For A.O. Lai, Wang Daoxian, who lost his void order, lost his hand, and became disabled, obviously had little value. Perhaps capturing this person alive can be used to coerce Chen Beiyuan into showing up. But now that the divine object has appeared in the world, the prodigy of all races in the secret realm of the void have been alarmed, and the possibility of Chen Beiyuan going there is extremely high. In this case, Wang Daoxian's value was undoubtedly compressed to the extreme. After A.O. Lai and others left, a ripple of Dao rhyme slowly appeared in the huge lake. Wearing a black Taoist robe stained with blood, his face was pale, his breath was sluggish, and his left sleeve was empty. Wang Daoxian, who was shrouded in the 5 elements 8 trigrams diagram case, emerged from the water. The slightly tired vicissitudes of life looked coldly at the direction in which A.O. Lai and his party were leaving, without saying a word for a long time. A.O. Lai from Wanlong Island? Very good. Wang will remember you. As the heir to the Wang family, Wang Daoxian practiced Taoism since he was a child and worshipped under the sect of Dao sect in a certain hidden world. Before Chen Beiyuan rose to power, his strength among the younger generation in the Donghua Empire could be ranked among the top 5, and he could even enter the ranks. The first 3 are unfathomable. This can be seen from the fact that he firmly occupied the 6th position on the void list after entering Secret Realm. As long as A.O. Lai was alone, he wouldn't be so embarrassed. Even if he wanted to run away, he would be quite confident. However, this person had many lackeys under his command, and the treacherous jackal, dragon, and beast were good at chasing, making most of his escape techniques ineffective. In the end, he was forced to do one face-to-face battle, but he was brutally attacked and had his left arm wrenched off alive by A.O. Lai, which damaged his strength and lost the void order. Once the void order was lost, his efforts in the past few days were in vain. His 6th position on the void ranking was also gone, and he was married to others. Without the void order, I'm afraid I won't be able to leave the void secret realm. It seems I have to get one. Perhaps the arrival of the divine object is an opportunity. Not only can we win a void token, but we can also try to take revenge. Wang Dao first looked at the direction in which A.O. Lai and others were leaving, gritted his teeth, and followed closely, ready to wait for an opportunity. Perhaps now would be best for him to find an unlucky guy, seize his void token, choose to exit Secret Realm, and leave directly. But if he could endure such a big loss, he wouldn't let Wang Dao take the lead. Deep in the forest of beasts, as time went by, myriad races prodigy came one after another from all directions. Zhang Yunfan, A.O. Lai, Sisatina Tushan, Lion King Caesar, Ice Bear Gao, BLO *DY Torn Bloodbones, Wei Wushuang, Crazy Zhu. Almost all the famous strong men from all races are rushing towards this direction. Even after Bai Ruowei noticed Chen Beiyuan's traces, she rushed here without hesitation. Before leaving, she gave the rest of the wine to the boiling bear, the little black tiger, the 2-headed turtle, and the blue leopard cat as compensation for leading the way these past few days. Although the 4 licking dogs were reluctant to leave the goddess, in the end, they could only bid farewell with tears. On the way there, Bai Ruowei naturally met Jiang Yunhua, who was coming. For some purpose, the 2 women did not confront each other, but rushed together like a pair of good sisters. That's show fruit and marrow cleansing fruit. It's such a divine thing. What's going on? How come all these guys got together and didn't do anything? They're all so honest. When the 2 women rushed to the depths of the 10,000 beast forest, they were shocked by the plump and huge fruits produced on the 2 terrifying sacred trees. At a rough glance, the number of show fruit and marrow cleansing fruit combined might be 700 to 800. With such a terrifying quantity, its value is probably difficult to estimate. Even those famous big shots will be crazy about it. However, at this moment, they also noticed the strange scene in front of them. I saw that prodigy from all races exuding a terrifying aura gathered together at this moment, divided into groups, and stopped 100 meters away from the 2 towering sacred trees, with no intention of going any further. Among these prodigy, there are not only alien races, ferocious beasts, but also human race. Bai Ruowei even saw Yi Chun, Madman Zhu, and Wei Wushuang gather together. The entire scene fell into almost deathly silence and inexplicable depression. What happened? Bai Ruowei and Jiang Yunhua looked surprised, and they were obviously confused by the scene in front of them. However, when they followed the fearful gazes of the prodigy from all races and looked ahead, they suddenly saw a familiar figure and an unbelievable scene, and they froze on the spot. I saw a figure in black robes sitting cross-legged in front of 2 towering sacred trees, with a handsome face, noble temperament, and exuding a magical aura. He closed his eyes, nurturing spirit. In his arms, there was a little girl wearing a shawl and a red robe, with a bun in her hair, holding a milk bottle in her mouth, hugging him like an octopus, and sleeping soundly. Number 1 on the void list, Chen Beiyuan. If it is just the top of the void list, it may not be able to suppress the many prodigy of all races present. But right next to these two figures, one large and one small, a horrifying Beijing temple made up of BLO*DY heads was being built. This Beijing has alien races, ferocious beasts, and human race. 13th on the void list, Blood Demon Cullen. Among them, there are many terrifying entities such as Blood Demon Cullen, Ghost Shark Glenn, Fakata Neko, and soul-eating monsters who are qualified to compete for the top 10 in the void ranking. These days, there are still very few people who are not afraid of death, have no brains, and have funny brains. Just before Bai Ruowei and Zhang Yinhua arrived, someone who was not afraid of death stepped forward to try it. Then, in full view of everyone, Chen Beiyuan closed his eyes, twisted his head with magic thoughts, and threw it away. Go aside. 19th on the void list, Evil Demonic Shadow. When seeing dozens of top prodigy heads piled together, under the Beijing view, a profound death line is being drawn at this moment, with several big characters carved on it. Number 15 on the void list, Ghost Shark Glenn. Such unscrupulous actions by Chen Beiyuan undoubtedly aroused public outrage. The initiator of all this was naturally Chen Beiyuan, who was sitting cross-legged on the ground with his eyes closed, nurturing spirit. Then, with this anger, dozens more heads appeared on the ground beside them, piled together. The prodigy heads that were very high on the void ranking were all piled up together at this moment. Number 16 on the void list, Neko Fakata. Those who cross this line will die. However, at this moment, their heads were screwed off and they were piled together randomly, forming an evil and terrifying Beijing view. Number 17 on the void list, Soul-Eating Monster. The prodigy of all races who came later apparently became a lot more calm. Number 20 on the void list, Succubus Witch.
Thanks for watching. You can find the next videos in the playlist linked in the info card or directly on my channel. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. Feel free to drop a comment.